So Lethal Tempo has received some changes. Let's see how nuts these are going to be on Jinx. Basically, Lethal Tempo has been changed from an all or nothing rune to a stacking rune. You get ramping, stacking attack speed for each auto attack that you hit on an enemy champion. It's similar to Conqueror. When you reach max stacks of this keystone, you get an additional effect. For ranged characters, you get an extra 100 range on your auto attacks, and for melee characters, you get an extra 50 range. The reason for these Lethal Tempo changes was to make the rune feel better because it felt kind of awkward to use at times. However, for some carries, think late game hyper carries, this is going to be a strict buff. And for Jinx, it's going to make her that much more of a late game hyper carry. Think about it. The more attack speed you have, the faster you can stack the rune. And the faster you can stack the rune, the faster you can get the increased range. If you look on the screen here, that big red circle around my character is the increased range, and I'm still in minigun. In this next clip here, you're going to see how far the range actually extends for Jinx when she's in her rocket form. I can attack Kha'Zix all the way across that wall over into the tri-bush from River. Insane. So think about this mid to late game scenario with Jinx. You're on the outskirts of a fight, poking with rockets, trying not to get assassinated, and once you either get a reset on your passive or you stack Lethal Tempo 6 times, you're going to automatically get increased attack speed and 100 range. It's going to be absolutely bonkers, guys. Jinx's passive already allows her to break the attack speed limit, so think about being on the outskirts of a fight and getting a reset, say with just your super mega death rocket, right? You run in with full attack speed and start attacking with either rockets or minigun. Within a second or two, you're going to be able to proc this and start firing rockets from 1,000 range. This rune not only augments Jinx's strengths, it also covers for her weaknesses. One of her weaknesses in DPSing is that in minigun form, she only has 525 range. That is one of the lowest ranges for AD carries in the game. This low range is offset by the high DPS capabilities of the minigun once it's shot a couple times. It gives huge increased attack speed, and this rune is going to make up for the 525 range by giving her extra range when it's fully stacked. So that combination of increased attack speed with the minigun is going to pair very well with the stacking effect of Lethal Tempo. Her minigun will be able to fully proc Lethal Tempo probably the fastest in the game, especially mid to late game, thereby increasing the minigun's range to 625, eliminating that detriment to using the weapon. With this rune fully stacked, she'll effectively have 625 range on minigun and a whopping 825 range on her rocket launcher. That is by far the longest attack range of any AD carry in the game. The closest rival to that range is level 18 Tristana at 661 range. If she has Lethal Tempo, it's 761 range. That is almost 100 range off of Jinx's rocket launcher with fully stacked Lethal Tempo. Bottom line is, I think Jinx, if no changes happen to Lethal Tempo, is going to be amazing in Season 12. So grab your free LP and abuse it until it's gone, because it might be nerfed, and Jinx might be directly nerfed because of this. And with that, this is St. John Mason. Drop a comment of what you think, and leave a like if you liked the video, and I'll be praying for you guys. I'll see you next time. Lethal Tempo is cracked. You see that range? Holy moly. I love it.